Tom Brady once said that the reason why the Mortal Kombat community isn't as celebrated in the FGC is because the Mortal Kombat community is not really a community. I mean, when it comes to the Mortal Kombat community, we are absolutely rubbish. And I'm going to explain why. When it comes to the Capcom side, we have people like Maximilian working with Justin Wong. We have Brian F. working with Rob TV. And of course, back in the day, we had Excellent Adventures and Capcom Pro Talk. And all of these people would collaborate and help each other grow to the community that they are today, so that no one is small and everyone is growing. But that's not really how it is with the Mortal Kombat community, at least not with most creators. The only person I could think of who really does something similar to this is Foxy Grandpa. And I say all this because of my Evo video. There's been a lot of misconceptions and and untruths said about my Evo video, and I just wanted to follow up and kind of address some of the misconceptions going around. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
You will never win.
A lot of people online have been saying that I said, this has made people make Shinfits out to be the enemy of the Mortal Kombat community. A lot of people are saying Shinfits said that there will be no other games coming to Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. First of all, you guys, I'm on your side. I want there to be more games for the Legacy Collection. This isn't something that I want or something that I predicted. I was just reporting something that was told to me at Evo. And what was told to me at Evo is not what people are reporting when they cover my video. What was said is that nothing beyond the PlayStation version or arcades will be covered in the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which means things like the PlayStation 2 era won't be covered. And a lot of people seem to understand that. Most rational people say, well, I guess that means Shaolin Monks isn't coming because that's a PlayStation 2 era game. But they're holding out for Gold, even though Gold is not an arcade game. Gold is a Dreamcast exclusive. So when people say, oh, well, Dan was saying no to MK9 and not to MK Gold, number one, rewatch the clip. There's a obvious pause after I say, are we getting? It's not like I interrupted him and then he just shook his head without being able to consider it.
Said we're doing a Mortal Kombat collection basically classic arcade era. Everybody's like, you gotta have trilogy. Yeah. You gotta have trilogy. You gotta have Gold. You gotta have Mortal Kombat 9.
Are we getting?
Second thing is, why would? I mean, I was the guy talking to him. I was looking in his face. He was looking in my face, and I'm pretty sure we were able to comprehend what we meant when we were talking to each other. But for some reason, everyone online who wasn't there can look at the clip and say, no. He wasn't talking about MK Gold. He was talking about MK9. But again, he mentioned we're not getting anything past the PS1 era of games, and MK Gold is an exclusive Dreamcast game, which is obviously a step up in tech when it comes to the generation of games. So, do I want MK Gold to be part of Legacy Collection? Absolutely. I would love for it to be part of that game. But based on what he mentioned, I don't think it will be, because again, this is past the PlayStation 1 tech. So everyone out there saying, oh no, he's talking about MK9, hopefully all this ruckus will make them maybe push back the release date and then they can add MK Gold. But based on our conversation, he was saying that MK Gold would not be part of it. Fingers crossed, but he was not referring to MK9. Now, does that mean I said that there's not going to be any other games announced? No, absolutely not. I do believe there will be other games announced. I'm just saying that the games that will be announced won't be anything past the PlayStation 1 era, and it won't be MK Gold. That's all that I'm saying. So for example, I believe the next announcement that we're going to get will be for Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Now, I know we got Trilogy just recently announced, but I believe that we're going to be getting the N64 version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. If they want this to be the most complete, version of this collection, then I don't think they can just have one version of Trilogy. They already guaranteed that we're going to get the PlayStation version of Trilogy, and I feel like if we want to get Female Chameleon and if we want to get 3v3, two things that are exclusive to the N64 version, that is something that this collection needs. And like most people said, Stephen Frost mentioned that there will be other games announced, and I feel like this is going to be one of those games. Now, could Mythologies be coming? Could Special Forces be coming? Yeah, maybe. Those are PlayStation games. But as far as Gold or Shaolin Monks, again, based on our conversation, that looks like a no-go. Now, I also want to go over some comments because some people have been roasting me. If you don't believe that I am public enemy number one when it comes to the Mortal Kombat community, this is going to change your mind. So listen to some of these comments. Lucian, the World Gamer, says, I'm pretty sure he was referring to MK9 not being there. Consider that it was clearly quite noisy there, and MK9 was the last word he uttered before you just mouthed, imagine that in a noisy context. We are not getting gold. To me, he clearly meant MK9. It's crazy that to you he meant MK9. Okay, and probably he did not hear you correctly with all the noise there. Look, the camera pulls up a lot of noise, and that's why it sounds so noisy there. But when you're having a conversation face to face, you can clearly hear what the other person is saying. So again, watch the clip again. There's clearly a pause, and he looks at me, say gold, and then he shakes his head no.
You gotta have Trilogy. Yeah. You gotta have Trilogy. You gotta have Gold. You gotta have Mortal Kombat 9.
Are we getting?
So I don't know why everyone. It feels like cope. It feels like cope, and I know you guys want it. And look, another thing that you're forgetting that he said in that interview is that he realizes that everyone wants their game to be in it, and they're so tied to the game. And I feel like so many people want this to be in it that they're coping. But you guys, he didn't say no to MK9. Next person, I truly believe they might surprise us with Shaolin Monks. Again, I feel like this is cope. Now, I would love to have Shaolin Monks, especially online co-op. Are you kidding me? That would be amazing. I want that to be true. But again, you guys, don't kill the messenger. I'm just saying what he told me. So I would love for this to be a surprise, but based on my conversation, that's the only thing I can go on. Shaolin Monks will not be part of this package. The fact that you think this guy would just be honest with you about all this is hilarious. Yeah, let's just spoil future reveals for some random person. I mean, again, I was the only person who asked him these questions, and Dan just feels like such a excited person when it comes to gaming. You know how some people, when they work in like a hobby, and they say it's not fun anymore because now it's work? I don't feel that's the same way for Dan. Dan is just excited about video games, and he was excited to talk about this project that he was on. So, I mean, whether or not he was being truthful to me, I don't know. Only Dan knows. But the fact that you would think he would lie to me because I'm not part of the press? I don't know what you're trying to say about Dan, but I don't think he's that kind of person. But either way, there's no way I can know. Maybe he's lying, but if he is lying, I'm just reporting the lies that he told me. The 3 questions Shinfitz got answered are not on the video. IGN has Stephen Frost saying there are more games, plural, to be revealed on their developer interview for MKLK Q&A. Dan Armrick was shaking his head no before Shinfitz said, are we? Dan was most likely assuming he would ask about MK9. I love how you're in Dan's head. You know what Dan was thinking. Okay. Watch the IGN video, who is actually doing a question and answer, not making assumptions off of someone who is on a rant. Lots of things here. So, yes, the 3 questions I asked were off camera because I was just going up to him to ask a question, and he just kind of kept going. And that was maybe only half of our conversation. Once the conversation kept going, the recording began, and I felt like it was a good idea to share it. I wasn't there initially to record stuff like that, but I felt like this would be a good thing to show because it might temper expectations for the game. Because we all know how MK fans are when they get a game and it's not exactly what they want it to be. So I figured, hey, this is what someone from the company is saying. And even though I don't have the full thing on camera, I would share what he told me so that when it does come out, people aren't as upset. So that's the first thing. Yes, it's not all on camera. I realize that. But, I mean, whether you believe me or not, that was the conversation that I had with him. Now, as far as Stephen Frost saying there will be more games coming out, again, I didn't say there wouldn't be any more games coming out. I only said that we're not getting PlayStation 2 or anything beyond the PlayStation 1, and that we wouldn't be getting MK Gold. That's it. And as far as, watch the other video. Yeah, the other video Steven just does say that we're getting other games announced, and I 100% we are getting other games announced. Like I said, I think we're getting Trilogy for the N64, and maybe some other PlayStation games like Mythologies and or Special Forces. But again, nothing past PlayStation 1 and not MK Gold. This guy says, stop spreading fake crap for views. Oh man. Stephen Frost confirmed is gonna be more games revealed. August 20th to the 24th, we have Gamescom, and August 29th to September 1st, we have PAC West. Watch the IGN interview. Yes, we do not know 100% if MK Gold or Mythology Sub-Zero is gonna be in the unannounced games, but definitely they gotta reveal more games. I agree with you. I don't know what fake crap I'm spreading. I didn't say there wouldn't be any more games released or revealed. I'm just saying what is going to be excluded. 0 Degrees says, I call BS. I doubt you are privy to information about Mortal Kombat, Mythology Sub-Zero, and Special Forces over IGN. I don't think I mentioned Mortal Kombat, Special Forces, or Mythologies in my video, but okay. Funny how your question was off camera, but IGN's was on camera. 0 Degrees, you got me. We'll see soon enough. I think I've gone over this already. Didn't say there wouldn't be any other games released. I didn't mention Sub-Zero or Special Forces. And yes, those questions were off camera. One thing you claimed is a lie. To call me a liar is insane. You don't know me, Jay. All right, let's continue. And let's be real. Your question asking, are we getting? And Shakes no, definitely was about MK9. You guys, watch the video again, please. Gold and lies about MK Mythologies. Okay, I don't know what about MK Mythologies. Facts is, it's been leaked for both Gold and Mythologies. And that's facts. Nice try. Jay, you got me. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a lot of the same stuff. Never said those games would be in it, but yeah, I guess I gave it a nice try. Oh, this guy wants my head. Check this out. Damn Armrek doesn't seem to deconfirm Mortal Kombat Gold, but rather MK9. It's it's like you can tell who came from Kenny Bomb's channel because or Total MK, because everyone, all of them said these things, and then it feels like they're just parroting what these content creators have said. Or I believe TrueUnderdawg is the latest one who mentioned something like this. Anyway, this isn't news, as we already knew it wouldn't be part of the collection. And your video shows absolutely no evidence that Mythologies and Special Forces were deconfirmed. You have no proof that he deconfirmed them and seem to be just here to generate engagement with lies. Total dislike. Barf face, sick face. Again, I don't even know what to say about this comment. But yeah, Mythologies and Special Forces didn't really say anything about that. But the fact that he was referring to MK9 is crazy to me. I was looking at him, he was looking at me. He saw me say gold, and then he shook his head. But you know better than me. Re-listening to the last video, it turns out I did say, when it comes to Special Forces and Mythologies, not to hold your breath. And perhaps I should have said that, or perhaps I should have chosen my words more carefully. That is in no way a confirmation that those games will not be included in Legacy Collection. During a unrecorded part of the discussion, Dan mentioned that there is a to-do list and there is a wish list, and stuff like that is currently on the wish list. So that doesn't mean that those games will not be included, but again, to temper expectations, personally, I wouldn't hold my breath for those games. But again, it's not a confirmation that they won't be included. And he's not done with me yet, you guys. This man wants my head. He commented again saying, stop spreading lies. Digital Eclipse is aware of what you're doing and should sue you for it. False claims are a disservice to the community. Lying to get likes. Go find a job. Look, again, I was just saying what was told to me. So if they're lies, I'm reporting what someone said to me. They're not my comments, but I'll try my best to find a job. Now, in the beginning of this video, I talked about the MK community, and one thing I kind of want to harp on a little bit here is the fact that my video got a lot of coverage. A lot of the bigger YouTubers covered my interview, and what blows my mind is a lot of them didn't even have enough class to link my video in their description. So we had people like Kenny Bomb, we had Scotty Kombat, we had Total MK, and we had TrueUnderdawg. All of these guys covered my video, and none of them really, like I said, gave a link to my channel. All of these guys are bigger channels than me, but didn't even have the, I feel like, the professionalism or the journalistic integrity to link the source so that people can go to it and see it themselves. Now, as you can see, a lot of those people from their channels did find their way to my channels. They said my name. Kenny Bomb over here, he called me Spin Fits because he felt that I was lying to the community.
So I think the question marks are still good. I'm not sure who gave Mr. Spin Fits that information, but we are not running with it.
If we want to get to a place where the Capcom content creators are, then we should be uplifting each other, we should be collabing with each other, and absolutely, if you're taking clips from someone's video, you should definitely link that video in the description. In fact, the one and only person who linked my video in their description and who actually stressed for people to go and watch the original video so that you can make up your own mind is the first person who found my video, and that is Dynasty. Dynasty was the only one who did it, so shout out to Dynasty. Like I said, he had the link in the description, and he stressed people to, hey, look, don't just take my word for it. Go and watch the original video from the horse's mouth, and then you can make up your own mind. So shout out to Dynasty. I really appreciate that. And you can tell by the comments who came from Dynasty's channel and who came from someone else's channel. Because look at the Dynasty clips. Dynasty sent me, thanks for the coverage. Dynasty sent me here, hey, just discovered you because of Dynasty, love your content, and this was a great interview. I'm really interested to see what we end up with as the final product. It hurts my heart to think that Mythologies probably isn't here, but we will see. If not this one, then maybe the next. Other than MK Trilogy, Mythologies is my favorite Mortal Kombat game of all time. And like you, I really hope we do get mythologies, and I hope we get special forces. Again, I want to stress this. I know I've said it a lot, but I want to stress the fact that I didn't say there wouldn't be any other games revealed for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. What I was trying to say is, according to Dan, nothing past the PlayStation 1 era will be included, and that includes MK Gold since it is a Dreamcast exclusive title. So I just feel, again, if we want to really get to where the Capcom creators are, just calling people liars and, not linking the original videos, just taking the clips on your own, because, some people are saying that I'm lying to get views, but the people covering my quote-unquote lies, they're not doing it to get views, right? They're just doing it's just ridiculous to me. But in any case, it hurts so much too, because I like all those creators. I like them, and but what are you gonna do? Anyway, thank you for listening to me rant for a little bit here. Let's all have our fingers crossed and pray to the elder gods that during the next announcement we get something cool, and that Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection ends up being a fantastic game. If you made it this far, you can
Acknowledge me
by hitting the like button. This helps videos like this get to viewers like you, and it is very much appreciated. You can hit confirm that by hitting the subscribe button to join
literally millions
of ShinFit subscribers. If you want to know who the absolute best villain of Mortal Kombat is between the One Being and Kronika, that video is on screen now. But more importantly than anything else, don't get beat up out there.